Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I waved goodbye to the end of beginning. The song has started now, and you're just finding out. Now isn't that a life? Major sacrifice, but clueless at the time. Enter Caroline. Trust me, you'll be fine. When I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. You take the man out of the city, not the city at the man. You take the man out of the city, not city at the man. Take the man out of the city, not the city at the man. Take the man out of the... When I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Give it up for Joel.
Maybe we should just go ahead and do the mic drop and be done. This is a new day. This is a new day full of sound, light, and expectation. This day has been waiting for you. This day has been waiting especially for you, to embrace you, to guide you. This day has been waiting with open arms just for you. This is the day that we have been given. Let's not waste it. Come now and let us worship together. We're going to sing out of the Teal hymnal, number 1010, We Give Thanks.
Okay. I think we're going to do, there's just 2 verses, right? Hang on. We give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here, those far away. For this we share and care. We give thanks for this precious day. We give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered and those far away. We give thanks for this precious day. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. We are so happy that you can be with us today, whether it is on Facebook, Zoom, later on YouTube, or right here in person. What a joy it is to be together. And we are especially happy and excited to be together with our youth today, who will be sharing about the religious exploration class and taking on some leadership roles during the service. First, though, we have a few announcements this morning. Please join us for the second annual Youngstown Community Pride Festival on Saturday, May 30th, 12 to 6 p.m., here at the UUYO at the intersection of Elm Street and Illinois Avenue. This is a fun, free, family-friendly day. Sorry, I lost my place. This is a fun, free, family-friendly day for everyone, featuring a vegan meal and vegetarian pizza, games, crafts, music, talks, and workshops, and much, much more. Volunteers are still needed from the congregation. You will find a volunteer sign-up form on the Linktree, or call Miss Susie Biersdorfer. I hope I got her name right. Miss Susie, apologize if I didn't. Volunteers get to carry an official walkie-talkie, so that's a bonus. Our second announcement, if you love strawberries, ice cream, and fun, and who doesn't? I mean, come on now. Join us for a sweet afternoon supporting the UUYO on Sunday, June 7th, 12:15 p.m., right down in Channing Hall for our Strawberry Social. Volunteers are needed for setup, cleanup, and serving, so please email the office if you are interested. And now we're going to have Violet and Caden up for our chalice lighting. Thank you.
Chalice lighting, Violet is going to do it the first time, and then I want us all to do it because it's in our order of service, because it's a really good thing to remember. Go ahead, Violet.
Happiness can be found in even the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Okay, now everybody. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light.
At this time, let us greet one another as friends and neighbors of the congregation. Challenge for you, try to meet one new person.
Hi there. Hey, you all don't have to sit down because I need a bunch of volunteers to come up here and help me tell the story. Adults and children. Because I did not write a book for today. I brought what is called a fractured fairy tale, and I will need your help. Come on, all you. Now, I remember seeing some of you at like a solstice doing some little parts, so I want you all to come up. Come on, kids. Come on, kids. So what you're going to do when you come up here is I'm going to give you a card, and you're going to wait until it's your turn, and then you're going to do what it says on the card, okay? Okay, here you go. Now you got to pay attention. We need some more. Come on. Give me 5 more. Come on, give me 5 more. Come on. More. Come on, this is going to be fun, I promise. Read what's on your card. If you have a non-reader up here, parents, come up and help, okay? You're going to have to do what it says on your card, but you got to pay attention so you'll know when to do it. Okay, I'm going to start giving everybody another one. Okay.
What, everyone gets 2?
Yeah, now make sure you keep them in order. Put them in order, number order, okay? Number order.
So,
I know you didn't even want to do one, did you?
then you do 6 fast. But not like
Pass it to somebody else. Here.
you put the bigger
Pass it
card
down.
behind.
Who gets to have 2 yet? Yeah, you're going to have 2 cards. Make sure you have it in order, though, okay? And down there. Okay, all good over there. Pass it down. Okay, let's see. Can I do... Okay. Here, who wants to... There's 2 for you. Okay. Now remember what's on your card so you'll know when to do it, okay? Okay. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a beautiful princess locked away in a high tower. Now don't read that part. Rapunzel. All right, come up to the microphone to do it. Come on. You don't have to get on your knee if you need to. I won't do that to you.
I can use either one.
Okay. There you go. When it's time for your part, run up there and do that.
Okay.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your tower down.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the big bad wolf. Okay. Shouldn't you be looking for Little Red Riding Hood? I hear she has some delicious cookies in her basket. Rub your stomach like you've just eaten a delicious cookie.
Forget the cookies. I know where there's a house in candy.
I know how to get there. We just follow this trail of breadcrumbs.
Yum, I can't believe this house is made of gingerbread.
as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
I'll get you, my pretty gingerbread man, and your little dog, too.
I'll save you. Run away while I throw this bucket of water on the witch.
I'm melting, I'm melting.
So we start here. Wow, that's quite the mess. Where's Cinderella? When you need her, call loudly for Cinderella.
Call loudly for Cinderella. Cinderella.
I did say Cinderella.
Yeah, say it real loud. Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Did somebody call me? I'm sorry, I was out shopping for new glass slippers. Aren't they beautiful?
Well, I'll have to clean this up quickly. I'm going to a ball tonight. I wish I had a fairy godmother to help me.
Did I hear someone say wish?
I'll grant you one wish.
I'll grant you one wish with my magic wand. You just have to guess the magic word.
I know! Lumpful-a-stilkin-skin. No, that's not it. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Come up here. Pretend you're the fairy godmother and twirl around twice and point your wand at somebody. Turn around twice. Now point your wand at somebody. There you go. Good job.
I've been turned into a frog.
If only there was a princess around to kiss me. I've heard that's the cure.
Ew, I'm not kissing a gross old frog.
I'll blow you a kiss. No, say I'll blow you a kiss.
I'll blow you a kiss.
Does that count?
Does that count? Blow a
No, blow a kiss.
kiss
Blow a kiss.
across the circle.
No, you do it. Blow a kiss. There you go.
It worked, it worked. I'm a prince again.
Every good prince needs a white stallion.
Nay.
There's a damsel in distress somewhere, and I'm going to rescue her.
Well, glad you take on this challenge, Dragon.
That was the most frightening thing I have ever seen.
There's my damsel in distress. Don't worry, I'll help you. I'll help her out. So give her your
Okay. Okay.
And they lived happily ever after. The end.
Now it's your turn. We're going to do the covenant. So everyone look in their order of service and we'll recite the covenant together. Love is the spirit of this church and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
We pass the plate during our worship service to make a community expression of thanks for the blessing of abundance and to support our community in a tangible way. This month, our offering goes to the Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley. The Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley is a child-centered community of families and educators serving children ages 3 through 14. They are committed to providing a high-quality Montessori educational environment that develops independent, lifelong learning while instilling respect, responsibility, and resourcefulness, qualities that align with our UU values and principles. We will now receive the offering that supports the life of our church, the Mahoning Valley, and our wider world.
I see the bad moon rising. I see trouble along the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I fear rivers overflowing. I hear voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Hope you've got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye taken for an eye. Don't go around tonight, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Don't go around tonight, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise.
So when I was asked to do a reading for today's service, I thought long and hard about what I would find useful to children in a church at this age, particularly at the Unitarian Universalist Church. I chose this piece, Swing Set, by Poet Laureate and winner of the first Women's World Poetry Slam, Andrea Gibson. because it expresses two deep truths, one ugly, one beautiful, that I feel are better to learn early in life rather than later. The first, that prejudice and bigotry are learned behaviors, reinforced by ignorance and fear of that which is different. The second, that curiosity and compassion are innate and natural to us. They should be encouraged because at the end of the day, we are all humans and we are all worthy of love, respect, and community. I hope you enjoy. Are you a boy or a girl? He asks, staring up at me in all 3 feet of his pudding-faced grandeur. And I say, Dylan, you've been in this class for 3 years and you still don't know if I'm a boy or a girl? Well, at this point, I don't think it really matters, do you? No. Can I have a push on the swing? And this happens every day. It's a tidal wave of kindergarten curiosity rushing straight for the rocks of me, whatever I am. In the class, when we discuss the Milky Way galaxy, the orbit of the sun around the Earth, or whatever, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and kids, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and kids, do you know that some of the stars we see when we look up in the sky are so far away they're already burned out? What do you think of that? Timmy? My mom says that even though you got hairs that grow from your legs and the hairs on your head grow short and pokey and that you smell really bad like my dad, that you're a girl. Thank you, Timmy. And so it goes. On the playground, she peers up at me from behind her pink Powerpuff sunglasses and then asks, do you have a boyfriend? And I say no. And she says, oh. Do you have a girlfriend? And I say, no. But if by some miracle 20 years from now I ever finally do, then I'll definitely bring her by to meet you. How's that? Okay. Can I have a push on the swing? And that's the thing. They don't care. They don't care. Us, on the other hand, my father sitting across the table at Christmas dinner, gritting his teeth over a still full plate, his appetite ripped away by the intrusion of my haircut. What were you thinking? You used to be such a pretty girl. Frat boys, drunken, screaming, leaning out of the windows of their daddy's SUVs. Hey, are you, actually, I'm not going to say what these are because of the kids, but you get the idea. The F word and the D word. And I wonder what would happen if I met up with them in the middle of the night. Then, of course, there's always the somehow not quite bright enough fluorescent light of the public restroom. Sir, do you realize this is the ladies' room? Yes, ma'am, I do. It's just that I didn't feel comfortable sticking this tampon up my penis in the men's room. But the best is always the mother at the market, sticking up her nose while pushing aside her child's wide eyes, whispering, don't stare, it's rude. And I want to say, listen, lady, the only rude thing I see is your paranoid parental hand pushing aside the best education on self that little girl's ever going to get. Living with your Maybelline lipstick, Stairmaster hips, and synthetic kiwi vanilla-smelling beauty. So why don't you take your pinks and blues, your boy-girl rules, and shove them in that car with your frickin' issue of Cosmo, because tomorrow I start my day with 28 minds who know a hell of a lot more than you. And if I show up in a pink frilly dress, those kids won't love me any more or less. Hey, are you a boy or, never mind. Can I have a push on the swing? And someday, y'all, when we grow up, it's all gonna be that simple. Thank you.
So now all of my kids who have written something and want to come up and talk about the religious education program, you can come up to the little microphone over there. Take turns, and then you sit down after you speak, okay? You can go first, Dashiell, if you want.
What I really like about the class is that we got the most funnest part that I like is that you never know what you're gonna do next, but you always know it's gonna be something very fun. I really loved when we played with slime. We also worked with clay, and it was just very fun. And I'm very glad to have her as a teacher at this place,
So I am very glad, and I don't know, but
Thank you.
in Sunday school, I learned a lot about friendship, being empathetic and kind towards others, compassionate, and I really liked how they were all turned into fun, wizard-like adventures and with potions and spells and using Hogwarts clips to show how Harry Potter and his friends worked together as a great team and that we could do the same as well.
I liked it when we learned how to make witch brooms. I liked when we make potions, and empathy gives you energy. What I enjoyed most in religious exploration this year was learning about leadership and empathy.
What I enjoyed most in RE this past year was the crafts.
I enjoyed on Easter when we made flower clowns. What?
Do you have anything to say?
I have no idea.
Okay. Why don't you wait there? Because now it's time to sing our song. So everybody get back up. Bring your music. Tim's on his way to.
ours to share. What makes it fun is the fun coming to. Friendship is ours to share.
Till Tim gets back up. Oh, Andy knows how to do it. Today, much of our service is being led by religious exploration children and youth. This is not a cute extra, although it was cute. This is not a break from regular church. This is church. This year, in our Hogwarts class, we used the world of Harry Potter as a doorway into deeper questions. We talked about friendship, loyalty, resilience, compassion, strength, patience, selflessness, cleverness, dedication, trustworthiness, courage, leadership, and empathy. We made potions, wands, brooms, Rice Krispie treats, and chocolate spiders, and friendship bracelets, and of course, we played Quidditch. It's more like field hockey. And while the children may have talked about houses, wands, spells, adventures, and magical creatures, what they were really exploring were some of the oldest questions that human beings ask. Who are my people? How do I know who to trust? How can I have courage when I am afraid? Can I understand how another person might feel? How do I move on after failing so many times? How do I stand up for someone else? How do I use my gifts for good? This is religious education. And really, this is Unitarian Universalism. We are a faith that does not hand every person one single answer and say, here, memorize this. We are a faith that says, come, bring your questions, bring your doubts, bring your hopes, bring your whole self. We will search together. This is why friendship matters so much. Friendship is not just liking the same snacks or laughing at the same jokes. Friendship is one of the first places children practice covenant. It is where they learn how to listen, how to forgive, how to include, how to speak up without being unkind, how to repair harm, how to be loyal, and how to be brave enough to stand beside someone who needs them. This is not childish work. In fact, adults are still learning too. We're still learning how to be patient with one another. We are still learning how to disagree without giving up on each other. We are still learning how to welcome the person who feels left out. We are still learning how to be strong without becoming hard. We are still learning how to be clever without being cruel. We are still learning how to lead with love. This is holy work. That is why, in the coming year, it is my hope to help move this congregation more intentionally toward a model recommended by the Unitarian Universalist Association called Whole Church Religious Education. Of course, you've heard me call it religious exploration because I believe that's what we're doing. We're exploring together. The goal of Whole Church RE is to create vibrant and thriving UU congregations and communities which are centers of faith development for the entire population, thus strengthening and deepening our faith tradition. Whole Church RE is an approach that combines three important things. First, shared experiences that connect people and build covenantal community, which is an essential part of our non-creedal faith. Second, shaping and strengthening UU identity and commitment within and among individuals and their co-learning communities. Third, uniquely engaging and powerful practices common to religious education, but often underutilized and underrepresented in age-segregated spaces and experiences of church. Did you see that activity we just did earlier where we all told the story together? That's kind of fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Whole church religious exploration means that faith development does not belong only to children. It does not happen only downstairs or only in a classroom or only during 1 hour on Sunday morning. Certainly, faith development happens when we worship together. It also happens during coffee hour. It happens when we make soup, ask questions, tell our stories, go on social justice trips, share a picnic, light candles, go camping at the end of July, okay? Sing together and care for one another. It happens when children teach adults. It happens when elders share stories with young people. It happens on a Tuesday night when families talk about their faith around the dinner table. It happens when a whole congregation remembers that we are not just a building, not just a Sunday service, not just a set of committees. We are a community of practice. Or as one whole church RE phrase puts it, all we do is faith development. All we teach is Unitarian Universalism. The congregation is the curriculum. That means the children are not the future of the church. They are the church. And the adults are not finished products. We are still growing too. Today, our children offered up to us what they've learned from Hogwarts. They are reminding us that friendship is not small. Friendship is how courage begins. Friendship is how justice begins. Friendship is how community begins. In the stories they explored, the most powerful magic was not really in the wand. It was in the relationships. It was in the friends who stayed, the friends who told the truth, the friends who stood together when things were scary. In our class, the real magic was not in the potions they made and the spells they cast. It was in the friends who helped one another light the chalice, or remember to stir a potion 7 times counterclockwise. It was in the friends who gave up their broom for a younger sibling. It was in the friends who, when one was hurt, checked often to make sure that that friend was okay. And maybe that is true here too. Maybe the magic of this church is not in any one program, any one person, any one sermon, any one class or committee. Maybe the magic is what happens when we keep choosing to be with one another in covenant. When we choose patience, courage, trust, justice, and love. And so I want to leave us today not only with a celebration, but with an invitation. Whole church RE cannot be carried by one person or committee or classroom or Sunday morning program. It asks something of all of us. It asks us to remember that this church belongs to all of us, and that the faith we pass on is shaped by what each of us is willing to offer. So I want to ask you, lovingly and honestly, are we up for the task? It's something new. Not just in theory, not just because we believe children and youth matter, not just because we want this church to continue, but because we understand that a living faith must be lived by all of us. Over the next few weeks, I invite you to think deeply about what this church means to you. Think about what you have received here. Think about what has held you, challenged you, comforted you, taught you, and helped you grow. And then I invite you to look within yourself and ask, what can I offer? Maybe you can teach. Maybe you can just listen. Maybe you can help with the projects, share a skill, tell a story, make a meal, join an intergenerational activity like we did earlier, mentor a young person, support a family, or simply just show up with patience and love. Every offering matters, because whole church religious exploration is not about adding one more program. It is about becoming more fully who we are. It's about remembering that the congregation is the curriculum. It's about understanding that every interaction teaches something. Every welcome matters. Every story shapes us, and every generation has gifts the other needs. That is the magic we make together. That is whole church religious exploration. That is the faith that we are growing, and that is the church we are called to be. Now, earlier when you, thank you. Now, earlier when you came in the doors, you should have received a ribbon and a marker. Is there anybody who doesn't have a ribbon and a marker? They're right in the back. Somebody's bringing them up. Raise your hand if you don't have a ribbon and a marker. So what you're going to do with your ribbon and your marker is you're going to write a complete sentence, okay? What about this congregation and faith brings you joy and keeps you coming back? That's also in your order of service if you forget what I just said. I'll say it again. What about this congregation and faith brings you joy and keeps you coming back? And then when you are finished writing them, you're going to pass them to the front. And then I will need Claire and Tatiana up here when they're done writing on their ribbons. Now we're going to have a litany, and if they're not readable, we're just going to skip them, so don't feel bad, because I know the markers bled on some of them, okay? So if you can't read it, skip it. Take turns. You first, and then Justin, and then you. Yep. And keep going that way. Drop them on the floor when you're done reading them. Okay. There you go. Go ahead, Tommy.
Acceptance and empathy.
The principles.
The embracing of uncertainty and the acceptance of the acceptance of faith and of our shared humanity as we nurture love on our shared.
This one's really simple. I love the people here.
Okay, go down it. Go down it. How about this one?
Oh, wait, I can't.
Grab that.
I love how we do the kids' class.
It's open, doesn't judge, full of love.
UUYO helps me explore, connect, and grow, and become more of my.
We're only going to do one more each.
Is that a good?
One more each, Justin.
Okay. My turn.
Go ahead.
My whole
That,
self.
that I, as a born-again Christian, am accepted and treated well.
One more time now.
The people, I have always felt welcome here.
Okay, all done. All done. Go ahead. Go sit there. Go sit there.
We have a couple here too. Love is the spirit of this church. Another one is that this
Okay, so now,
Kathleen, I
Yeah.
still have a couple, one more here. This community and all the people in it bring me immense joy and belonging. I'm so blessed to be part of it.
thank you. Were those online? Thank you. And thanks for remembering. Okay, so now we have Violet coming up. She's going to play the piano. I know, look at her arm. She's such a trooper. Spirit of life and love, we are so grateful to be a congregation in which we may freely grow and explore together and to be who we are. Be with us now as we pause to notice the holy work happening among us. Thank you for the children and youth who remind us that faith is not only taught, it is practiced, shared, questioned, and lived. Thank you for friendship, courage, laughter, for patience, and for the many ways we learn to stand beside one another. Help us to remember that none of us is finished growing. Keep our hearts open to one another's stories. Help us to listen deeply, welcome generously, repair harm honestly, and choose love again and again. So may we be brave enough to ask what this church needs from us now. May we be generous enough to offer what we can. May we be humble enough to keep learning from our children. And may we be faithful enough to grow this church not only for the future, but for the sacred work of becoming together right now. May we see that moments such as these are sacred. May they strengthen our covenant and remind us that the magic of this community is made together. Amen. So I've been told that we do joys and sorrows now. So this is something new for me. I believe that there's a box in the back, and if there's a joy or a sorrow from the week that is on your heart, you would write that little card in there and put it in there, and the minister, Reverend Joseph, who is away today, would be reading that. I have two from this past week. But first, as we come to our time of joys and sorrows, we pause to acknowledge Memorial Day weekend. Today's service is centered on religious exploration, friendship, courage, and the way we grow in faith together. And perhaps that makes this pause especially fitting. On Memorial Day, we remember those who have died in military service. We remember the families who carry those losses. We remember that courage, loyalty, and sacrifice are not just ideas in stories. They are part of real human lives. As Unitarian Universalists, we hold this remembrance with tenderness and with a longing for peace. We honor the dead by caring for the living, by building communities of compassion, and by teaching our children that courage and love belong together. So our first joy is from Joreen Stone. I was grateful that one of the organizations I belong to introduced me to Gamma Camp, a camp for individuals with disabilities that provides outdoor experiences for participants and their families. The camp also offers respite care services, giving caregivers peace of mind that their loved ones are in a safe and supportive environment. I was very impressed with both the camp and the staff and enjoyed speaking with several of the participants. This type of service brought me joy as it provides support and care for individuals who are often overlooked or forgotten. And then we have one from Dustin Little. I am super close to getting my driver's license for the first time. I've never had one, so I'm a little nervous. Let's now hold our own joys and sorrows and the sorrows of the wider world in 1 minute of silence. Now please rise and join us in singing our closing hymn, number 131, Love Will Guide Us.
Okay. Need your help. We're going to do all five. Okay. You have 3? I have 5. How do I have 5? Love will guide. Peace has tried. Hope inside. Guide us. Da, 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 da. First verse. Love will guide us. Peace will shroud us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road to good to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard nights. Sorry.
May we keep learning together. May we keep asking together, growing together. May we keep choosing friendship, courage, justice, and love. And as we leave this sacred place, may we all remember this one truth: we are loved and never truly alone.
I was shy when I met you, but I must have been nice, 'cause you came to see me the next week. I was playing in a band, and our band had a show at the B&O. I remember it was neat. The ceilings were very high, and you sat up above, looking down at me below. And I walked up there to see you, and we talked and agreed to do something after the show. Let's drive out to the waterfall. In the dark of the night, climb down the hillside. Listen to all the sounds all around. Hold my hand real tight. I can see this will be easy to be your friend. I was shy when I met you, but I must have been nice, 'cause you came to see me the next week. I was playing in a band and our band had a show at the B&O. I remember it was neat. The ceilings were very high and you sat up above looking down at me below. And I walked up there to see you and we talked and agreed to do something after the show. Let's drive out to the waterfall. In the dark of the night, climb down the hillside. Listen to all the sounds all around. Hold my hand real tight. I can see this will be easy to be your friend. Thank you.